I'm going to discuss about data types and variables in C. So what is data types? In the case of C programming, each variable in C has an associated data type. It specifies the type of data that the variable can store, like integer, character, floating, double, etc. Each data type requires different amounts of memory that it has some specific operations which can be performed over it. So the data types in C refers to an extensive system used for declaring variables or functions of different types. The type of variables determines how much space it occupies in storage and how the bit pattern stored is interpreted. So the data type can be classified as three: primitive data type, user-defined data type, and derived data type. The first one is primitive data type. Primitive data types are the most basic data types that are used for representing simple values such as integers, float, characters, etc. In the case of user-defined data type, the user-defined data types are defined by the user himself. Then the last one is derived data type. The derived data types are derived from the primitive or built-in data types, are refers to as derived data. So the different data types always have different ranges up to which they can store numbers. Here we can see a list of ranges along with the memory requirements. We can see the different data types, storage size and value range. So these are the data types: character, unsigned char, signed char, int, unsigned int, short, unsigned short, long, unsigned long. So here we can see the storage size. That the data type character can store 1 byte data, unsigned char 1 byte, signed char 1 byte, int 2 or 4 byte, unsigned int 2 or 4 byte, short 2 byte, unsigned short 2 byte, long 8 byte, and unsigned long 8 byte. So then what is the difference between the unsigned and signed data type? The signed numbers can only have the values that are equal or greater than 0. On the other hand, signed numbers can have a more natural range that covers the negative and positive numbers. So the next topic is variables. So variables are the name of memory locations. They are the containers for storing data, values like numbers and characters. Each variable in C has a specific type which determines the size and the layout of the variable memory. So how to declare a variable? To create a variable, specify the type and assign it. It is a value. So here we can see the syntax. We have to specify the data type, and here is the variable name, and assign a value to the variable. So I want to assign an integer value to the variable. So the data type will be int. Then I want to assign a character to the variable. Then the data type will be char. So this is the declaration of variables. The next is constant. If you don't want others to change existing variable values, we can use constant keyword. This will declare the variable as constant, which is unchangeable and read-only. So here we can see an example. First, we're declaring a variable constant, that is constant in my num equal to 50. So the my num will always be 50. Then I try to assign a new value to the same variable my num, it will produce an error. So the my num variable will always be 50. It is constant, value is constant. So I hope you understand the concept of data types and variables.